All right, guys, we are back. You are listening to K-Talk Radio, 1640 AM. This is the show, Utah Home Sweet Home. I am your host, Yoshi Shiraki. Jonas Utsuji is here sharing his wisdom on real estate, hard money, and now entrepreneurship.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Okay, so for all of you out there who have ever thought about starting a business or have an idea for an invention or an idea for a book or whatever it is, and you've always thought about doing it but never got around to do it, we're going to talk about, how to just get started on stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, Jonas, you've started a hard money lending company, obviously. We talked about that. You and I, before the show started, talking about how a real estate agent is like the perfect business because you could turn it on, turn it off at your leisure.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, so I was going to say, there's all kinds of people that are they talk about side hustles, are like, oh, Uber or whatever that delivery food company is. I forget what they call it. But then you go and you read their blog and they're like, yeah, I make $36,000 a year. And the dude drives 12 hours a day, not including the wear and tear on his car and the gas and the insurance and all this stuff. I'm like, bro, if you were a part-time agent, so let's just take an average deal, right?
Yeah.
$400,000. That's a $12,000 commission. I don't know of any industry as far as side hustle.
Yeah.
Where you can get a license, it'll take you basically 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
If you study, the max amount of hours per day. And right out of the gate, your very first deal.
Yeah.
An average deal.
Yeah.
You could make $12,000.
Right.
I can't think of one profession where you could do that.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Right.
Let's say you were just a complete bonehead.
Yeah.
Okay, and you just were horrible at marketing, and you did one deal a year.
Yeah.
That's $12,000. Can you imagine how many Uber passengers you have to pick up to make 12 G's?
Right.
I mean, so let's say, I think the average is four deals per year is that the nationwide statistics or whatever. So
got it.
Let's say your average. Or let's say you're below average, so you only do 2 deals a year, and they're the average. Let's say they're the $400,000 range, right?
Yeah.
That's $24,000 as a side hustle.
Yeah.
And people talk about, oh, I'm gonna do a side hustle and deliver pizzas. I mean, no. Do you know how many pizzas you have to deliver to make $24,000? I don't even know if that's possible doing that full time.
Right.
We're talking part time, and all this. Here's the golden nugget right here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you, and again, real estate. If people are legitimately interested in becoming a real estate agent, I can help you do that. It's not hard at all. And you can turn it on and turn it off whenever you want. You can have a full-time job. You could be, whatever.
Right.
You can turn it on and turn it off. And there's ways to work it where you can delegate the work.
Yeah.
Let's say I'm on vacation in Hawaii and I have a client that wants to see a property. Well, I've got 10 other agents in my brokerage that will show properties for me.
Right.
So, it's not something that you can't delegate.
Right.
So this is a totally realistic thing for somebody that wants to just have a side hustle but not have to really burn themselves out.
Exactly. And to take that a step further, what's even cool about you talked about joining a brokerage, but you could even join a team of a successful team that already has leads. Yeah, you're not going to get the entire 12,000, but you're getting business from this team that they've already mastered marketing. Yeah. They've got all the leads coming down. They're going to delegate these opportunities to you, and now you're going to, whether show houses or list houses. The going rate is anywhere from, I've seen 70% to, you'll make 70% of as little as 50% typically. Yeah. But 50% of 12,000 is still really good.
Yeah.
If someone is handing you the business.
Yeah, and that's a good point. And so people are asking me, friends and stuff, hey, well, how's COVID affecting you? Luckily, because my brokerage has leads and I've had a pipeline of leads coming in,
Yeah.
like for the last 3 weeks, every week for the last 3 weeks, I've closed a deal. That wasn't because I was out prospecting in the middle of the whole crisis. It was because I had lead flow previously and I was already working with those clients. So that's another good thing. I mean, you can, it doesn't matter if you work with my brokerage or another brokerage. Like, go and work for any brokerage. I guess the thing that separates our brokerage from most of the brokerages is we do provide leads. They're free.
Nice.
You don't have to pay a monthly fee or anything like that. If you close a deal using one of our leads, then we split that 50-50.
Perfect.
But it costs nothing to you. We train you. And you do it whenever you want. If you need more leads, we try to turn it up. If you're not handling all your leads properly, we just turn it down. So we just kind of customize it to your situation and how many hours you can put in.
That's awesome. That's very cool. Okay, so you talked about getting a real estate license. I'm going to just share this a little bit more further. I believe it's, don't quote me on this, I think it's 120 hours. And if I'm not mistaken, if you did that 8 hours a day, that's 14 days. So this is something that you could obtain your real estate, finish real estate school in as little as 14 days.
Yep.
And then obviously you have to go get a test, and I think the test facility is out 10 to 14 days. So, I mean, you're a month away potentially from a really good side hustle. Depending on how you play it out.
Yep.
It could be a really bad one too. I mean, there's people that are good at stuff and people that are bad at stuff. There's good at people that...
And so normally the schooling costs money. I forget how much it costs. It's a few $100s. But if people text me or email me, I can send them a link to a school that's free.
Nice.
It's a free school.
Wow.
Like, I mean, what would cost you hundreds of dollars?
Yeah.
I can text you a link to a free school. There's no excuse for you to not do this.
Gosh, no kidding. No kidding. Since we're talking about entrepreneurial stuff, starting businesses, what's the business model, just out of curiosity, completely unrelated to getting a license, unrelated to the school, but I'm just curious, the school's giving away their education for free. What's their business model?
Oh, so what they do is they have brokerages that sponsor.
Got it.
And then those brokerages try to recruit the people that take the course.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
See, so there's something that somebody came up with an idea, right?
Yeah.
And thought, what if we offered free education and went out and got these people who would sponsor the education?
Yeah.
And then some obviously how they're making a little cut in the middle of the sponsorship fee probably being paid by the brokerage. And they didn't have to have any money probably to start that. Or very little.
Very little, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they
A
programmed...
website.
Yeah, they did the programming and now it just runs itself.
Right.
Yeah.